For me, scouting is like a global motivation for peace.
Le scoutisme, c'est bouger vers les autres. Trop cool.
C'est un bon moyen de faire connaître la beauté de ce monde aux autres, le scoutisme.
Step by step, improving the whole world. But first, starting from yourself.
Le scoutisme, c'est une partie de ma vie et une des meilleures parties de ma vie.
Pour moi, le scoutisme, c'est un peu une école de la vie.
The Scouts today are representing what works in our world today. The sense of solidarity, the training that young people are getting and bringing them at massive numbers that is unparalleled in the world today is a reminder for all of us that young people, when they come together, there is nothing can divide them. Not race, not ethnic background, not religions, but rather they come together to think how they can build the bridges, not walls. When we are united, we are much stronger. I'm also honored to be here representing the Secretary General of the United Nations, who is a scout himself, as you know, and who I will be delivering a message on his behalf where he is sharing some personal reflections on how being a scout contributed to building his character and his basically skills to carry himself in public service over many years. So that's what I'm here to say, that the Scouts are a force for peace, tolerance, connecting people together at a time we are so desperately needing.
Le scoutisme, c'est bien parce que ça pousserait les gens justement à passer au-delà des préjugés et d'aller vers l'autre et de ne pas simplement se contenter de se satisfaire soi-même et d'être là pour les autres et d'aider les autres.
In the Scout movement you become empowered, you learn that it's okay to speak your voice and you feel confident in doing so. And I think that is the start, really, to have individuals that know that their opinion matters and that they are confident to speak up with their opinions. And I think Scouting has to do something about extremism, and the first thing is to make sure that we reach out, that we include more young people into our movement so they have clear ways of communicating their opinions to decision makers. But also to try to change society, to make sure that all young people have access to their rights. And I think that is what Scouting can contribute and should contribute. Today, especially when Europe is splitting apart in many different ways, we have to show that we are different, that we can unite when others want to split.
When I look up at the night sky, and I know that yes, we are part of this universe, we are in this universe.
I believe that Scouting and Guiding and other youth organisations like Guiding and Scouting can help young people to focus on the positives of the communities in which they live and can take social action to have a real impact in those communities for good. I believe that if we can help young people to discover the magic and adventure of Scouting, they are likely to be moved away from being tempted into radicalised activity. I've seen Scouts working in refugee camps on the Rwandan-Ugandan border. I've seen Scouts working with street children in Brazil. I've seen Scouts working on environmental projects. Young people who could be tempted to move into that space have in fact dedicated themselves to amazing community projects. And I think that as you begin to come face to face with people from a different country, with different values, with different attitudes than yourself, you begin to see them as human beings rather than some kind of ideological project. All the way through Scouting, at its heart, is the opportunity for young people to make decisions. And that is at the heart of a peaceful world.
It's a responsibility of all of us to make the world a better place for girls and young women, and I passionately believe that some of the best placed people to change the world are the guides and the scouts that we work with One of the most important things that Girl Guiding and Girl Scouting does is to give young people the skills that they need to build the confidence and self-assurance that they need to go out and to educate themselves about the issues that are important to them, but also then to take action and to persuade other people also to take action, so to influence decision makers. I absolutely think that Scouts and Guides should play a role in the vision, the future of Europe. It's really important that Girl Guides and Girl Scouts are involved in shaping the debate, so setting the agenda, identifying what's important for them.
One of the things we want to do is to be positioned as the leading youth movement in the world in terms of education, non-formal education. Encouraging our individuals, our members to get really engaged in what's happening in Europe. So as a movement, I believe we can state a number of positions in which we feel strong about. I mean, education, youth unemployment, and there are a few causes that impacts what we do as a movement, which I believe we should have a voice.